Ladies and gentlemen, after seeing the movie A Man's Cry, I think it is safe to say that Frederick Leonardo deserves an award for the best male crying actor. Because what is it? Guys, Frederick delivered a very outstanding performance in this movie. But still, I have my reservations about this movie and we'll get to that. So guys, you're all welcome to Substance TV. I am Substance, the girl with the movie scoop. Here to give you guys all the amazing facts and truth about films. On this channel, we dive right into movie reviews and recommendations and share captivating narratives. So to be part of our movie loving community, all you need to do is to click on the subscribe button to become subscribed and turn on post notifications when we post a video. You would be informed. So guys, the movie A Man's Cry is a Frederick Leonard movie showing on Frederick Leonard's TV on YouTube, and it features this amazing cast. Frederick Leonard himself as Osondu, Aduni Ade as Ogechi, Ruby Okeze as Becky, and Omobola Akinde as Natasha. So these are literally like the lead characters in this movie. Guys, this movie is on a 604,000 views on YouTube and is a 2 hours 9 minutes video. If you haven't seen A Man's Cry, please run along and see this amazing movie and come back for the review of this movie. So guys, the rundown of the plot of this movie revolves around a beautiful married couple who had enjoyed 1 year of blissful and harmonious home and a peaceful and understanding relationship. But tragically, the husband lost his wife in a shipwreck while at work. This incident left him very much devastated and heartbroken that he had lost someone that really mattered the most to him, someone he really treasured and cherished. After mourning his wife for days, for weeks, for months, okay, even his therapist had to even tell him, guy, you need to forget about your wife, okay, she has gone, you need to move on, because he was so disoriented that he didn't even go back to work again. He was just not himself. All right, and then there was this beautiful, gorgeous intern working in his office. So this girl has literally been, crushing on this man for the longest of time, even without seeing him. So she walking in his office and finding out that Osondu is her boss really made her super excited. Guys, she did whatever she could do to make sure that she gets the attention of her boss. And along the line, her boss became very much close to her because she was a very intelligent and smart employee. She understood her job and she did it well, and she never hesitated to make advances at her boss. All right, and her boss noticed that she actually liked him. All right, so guys, their first hangout, was more or less like trying to know each other better. Okay, so he was telling her about how he missed his wife, how his wife meant the whole world to him. He just wanted to clear his head and he needed someone around, okay? So that was that. Now, their second hangout was, whoa, like, I love this lady's audacity. At the point I was confused. Are these people telling us that days after or weeks after or months after? Because I don't understand. Okay, guys, the audacity that this girl had to give her boss a kiss on his lips. Their second outing was, wow, I was really shocked, okay? And in fact that the boss just laughed it out and he was just trying to just let the young girl be and just get himself back, okay? Because he was losing his mind, okay? He wanted to get back on track. So he just allowed her and just enjoyed the moment just for that particular day. All right, so guys, the boss noticed that this lady was just coming to him, like she was just on his neck, and he knew that the girl was already falling head over heels in love with him, but he could not give her what she wants. Okay, so he made it clear to her that, see, I know you like me, but the thing is, I am not open for a relationship. I cannot love again. Okay, I haven't gotten over my wife and I'm not promising you anything. Okay, I am not promising you anything. And Becky was like, okay, I know that you love your wife so much, but I like you and I just want us to be an item. Even if you don't really, even if you don't love me, I feel like you get to love me. All right. So she just allowed the guy have his way with her. Okay. He wanted the guy, like she wanted him so badly. All right. Even when he promised her nothing. Now, this is where the thing became so super serious. And that was when Ogechi, that is Osondu's wife, came back. Guys, so that's about the plot of this movie. Now, talking about their individual characters, so Frederick, playing the character of Osondu, was a very sweet and understanding husband. Yes, so the point where he heard about the demise of his wife, guys, this man was shattered. Alright, you could see that he was really in pains. The absence of his wife in his life really disoriented him. He was no longer focused at work. He wasn't going to work. He was just sitting at home, drinking, thinking about his wife, lost in thought. So that was it for him, and he needed therapy. He himself knew that he needed therapy because he wasn't just getting over the demise of his wife. Yeah, so I am most certain that Frederick Lona delivered an amazing character in this particular movie. Yeah, so we also have Aduni Ade playing the character of Ogechi. Ogechi was a very beautiful lady in this movie, yeah, and the point where everyone thought she was dead and the point where she came back home really made people very much surprised. Her husband and her husband's girlfriend were really surprised to see her. And one thing that really hurts Aduni Ade in this movie was the fact that she said her husband moved on so quickly, that he would have mourned her for years, for years. And I'm like, woman, you don't want your husband to be happy because you are gone. Yeah, I know that every woman would want, her husband to mourn. We don't wish for that, but every woman would want her husband to mourn them for long. That is to show that you have actually missed this particular person. Okay, I understood her feelings, yeah, but I still felt like this lady wasn't understanding the gist, bro. She wasn't understanding, so she was just upset with her husband, okay? But at a point, she got to understand her husband and she forgave her husband. So I felt like she delivered a very excellent character in this particular movie. I loved her reactions, I love her expression, it was beautiful, yeah. And we also have another amazing character, Becky, played by Ruby Okezie. Woo! Like I said, I love Ruby's audacity in this movie. If any lady can have this audacity for you to give a kiss to someone you really admire or you're crushing on, I think all this hide and seek we're having now won't have it anymore, guys. This lady literally blew my mind. I love the way she was literally flirting with her boss, even when her boss wasn't aware, okay? And I love her audacity. It was beautiful. Becky delivered an amazing character. Her expression, everything, her reaction was just on point. I loved it so much. She delivered an amazing performance in this movie, yeah. And the point when she saw Osondo's wife back, this lady was already scared. She already knew within her that he had lost him already because the man didn't promise her anything. So Madame just packed her bag and her baggages and started leaving. Okay? But the thing was that Frederick actually found this girl attractive. Okay, he loved her childishness. Okay, he knew for a fact that this girl was in her 20s, her early 20s, and he was in his late 40s, but he just loved her vibes, he loved her energy. Okay, he loved having her around. Okay, but still he couldn't just go with the girl and forget about his wife. This is your wife, someone you've built for years, someone you are married to for a year. Guys, there's nothing like your own, like your wife. I don't think there's anything that can make you forget about this one person you love and you cherish. Okay, so that was it for Frederick. He had to let Becky go and he had to return back to his wife, the wife he really adored and cherished with all his heart and his life. Becky was really heartbroken. Like, I could really feel Becky's pains, guys. The point where you give yourself to a guy, even when the guy hasn't promised you anything, you believing that this guy will one day come to love you. Okay, he will one day accept you. He will one day be ready to forget about his past, his wife, and just focus on you. That was her belief. She never knew or imagined that his wife would resurface. It was so heartbreaking. It was so painful for Becky, yeah. And then Osondu never forgot about her. Okay, he was still with her. His heart was still with her. Okay, he loved her so much. He wanted to compensate her with, giving her all the good things of life, making her comfortable. But all those things are not enough. Okay, they were not enough to just forget someone she really, really loved and cherished. Okay, Becky could no longer bear it. Okay, and Becky was pregnant for Osondu, and she used that particular one as a gift to hold herself. Okay, and she decided to leave that particular state that particular town to another place entirely to start over again, saying that God has blessed her with this beautiful bundle of joy. Okay, so that was it for Becky. And when Osondu heard about it, Osondu was very, very disappointed. He wanted to know where Becky was, wanted to find out where she was. But Natasha, Becky's friend, wasn't ready to give in. Okay, she didn't tell him anything about Becky's whereabouts and told him to move on with his wife. Alright, guys, Osondu went back heartbroken, and his wife Ogechi was already pregnant for him, and that was how the movie ended. Guys, really, 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 I didn't want it to end there, but still, it was a very amazing and lovely ending. Okay, the girl Becky had already accepted her fate and was okay with being a baby mama for him, taking care of herself, because Osonu had already provided a lot of things for her, okay, but she didn't want to see him again because seeing him would literally bring back old memories. And Osonu, on the other hand, had to just go and be with his wife and know that, there's someone out there that is still carrying his child. And like I said, I have my reservations about this movie. Believe you me, this movie is a very interesting and an amazing movie. But my reservations on this movie lies on the emotional depth. Guys, Frederick Leonard delivered a very amazing performance, but still the emotional touch wasn't engaging. I didn't quite feel his pains. I didn't feel it. Even in the most intense moments, I did not. And I'm like, what is going on? Is it that I have lost my emotional touch or what? Guys, trust me, I didn't feel Frederick pains at all. Okay? Aside from the fact that he was amazing in delivering that particular role, I felt like the emotional depth wasn't engaging enough. It lacked characters' connection, and it also lacked characters' backstory. Okay, I must say that I did not really feel Frederick and Aduni's connection in this movie. I felt like they didn't give us enough to, feel what they actually were going through. Okay, if we were shown or given a flashback of how they used to be so sweet, how they used to love themselves, if we're given, a very beautiful love story of these two, I felt like I would have enjoyed or felt Frederick pains, but I did not feel Frederick pains at all, in my own opinion. Alright, so that's about the movie for me. But aside from that, guys, the movie is an interesting one and a must watch for everyone. I'm going to rate this movie an 8 over 10. Yes, it's going to be a 4-star. They really tried in this movie. So if you are yet to see this movie, A Man's Cry, you need to run along to Frederick Leonard's TV on YouTube and watch this amazing one. So guys, thank you so very much for watching. Please do well to like, share and subscribe, and let me know what you think about this movie in the comment section. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay splendid.